How you doing, YouTube? Matt Mass of Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of mystery beer, courtesy of my boy Jerome. Yeah, classically wrapped, blue painter's tape, paper towel. We got a bomber bottle. Looks like it wants to come out. Look at that. So what are we looking at here? Aggressive carb. Relatively clear beer. A bit darker. Dare I say a sour? Maybe like, yeah, I'm going to just knee-jerk say sour from a distance. That head is crackling. Hear that, sucker? Crackling. Dissipating super quickly. Has this kind of super hypercarbonation to it. Kind of iced tea, kind of peach tea looking look to it. Just from a distance, it's either infected beer or it's some kind of sour. Bomber bottle, this kind of aggression, I'm going to go sour. Yeah, it's a good nose. Definitely sour. I'm getting like Plan B vibes off of this thing, like killer Plan B vibes. Plan B brewing out of their close to Poughkeepsie. All their yeast is, I assume, all their kind of yeast is derived from a culture that they pull off of honeybees, and it's very distinctive, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. Because what it typically comes off is a sweetness with a touch of apple cider vinegar. That's usually how it comes off for me. So knee-jerk reaction is sour. I'm not going to go all in on Plan B right now, but it's a sweet one. It's not overly acidic, at least on the nose, and it's not like super enamel-ripping sour. Even though I think it has a decent acidity to it, it's not over the top, but there's a big sweet component to this beer, too. So I'm going like just base American Wild Sour, or maybe like a Belgian Golden Sour, something along those lines. Definitely hit wood too, I would guess. It has this little bit of vanilla softness on the edge. It makes me think of like a soft kind of vanilla woody kind of component to it also. So let's dive in. Cheers. Wow, that is very not aggressive. There's a soft, like subtle Jolly Rancher like tartness to it. It finishes a little bit thin. No, it doesn't finish thin. It's not a hefty beer, because there actually is a nice finish to it, so I don't want to do it dirty and say thin. But it's sweet. You know what it reminds me of? And I know I got Plan B kind of planted in my head. Their stock ale. Very much their stock ale. Man. I kind of just want to leave it there and go from there. But I just don't get that like distinctive honey culture based thing that I get off Plan B beers. I'm actually tasting it now. I'm not getting it. So I don't think this could be them, but I'm not like all in on it. Let's kind of backtrack, not try to hyper focus on which brewery it is and actually talk about the beer itself. A little bit of apple cider vinegar up front. Washes with a big wood component. A bit of kind of tart, like Belgian Golden / American Wild Ale kind of vibes to it. Vanilla out the wazoo. So this hit wood. I'm assuming some kind of French vanilla wood, like relatively fresh. There is this nice rich vanilla component to it. It does have a density to it. Like I said, I thought it finished thin, but it doesn't. It drinks really easy. A little bit of acidity to it. You know you're drinking a sour. This is not like, oh, I'm drinking like, or like you're drinking a sour, not like a kettle sour or something with like a fruit component that adds a sourness to it. You know you're drinking like a proper lowerish ABV. Probably looking like 6 and change, 6.8% sour. Is there, I was going to say fruit, but I want to go a little step further there. Is there some kind of adjunct in this? Is there something in this beer? I think there is, but I think it's subtle. It might be like, like a little kind of addition of, it's not like blueberry, but it's something super light. No, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go Belgian. We're going to go 6.8% golden sour aged in oak. Done. Done and done. 2 years. No, 2018. So we're talking 3 years. 2018 edition. What do we have here? And we have Fox Farm. Okay. Photo Age Farmhouse Ale beer. Their beer to guard makes all the sense in the world now. 6.5%, so it was 0.3% off. Photo Farmhouse Ale. Beer to guard. No fruit in it. Photo Age, so wood aged. Farmhouse Ale. I got the ABV. I mean, you're talking about a Photo Farmhouse Ale. It's more tart sour than just base kind of farmhouse beer. Batch number 2 from February 21, so I'm only a couple years off on this one. I'm okay with what I said. That's tasty beer. Definitely. I love beer to guard. I love it when they're darker and richer like this. I would have never gone beer to guard on this, though. Even though the color kind of gets in that direction, at least for the ones I really enjoy. Beer to guard can run a wide gamut of colors, so it's not like this is exactly what beer to guard looks like. But I like my beer to guards to be on the darker side. And when they're on the darker side, they're usually fruit leaning. That's why I'm kind of surprised now that there's no kind of fruitiness. There could be. They just don't have it written on the label. I assume they would have put it on there if they did. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a very, very tasty beer. It probably gets to the point of acidity that I'm okay with. Like, it doesn't get over that point and become too far in the like acidic realm. And it's a really fun beer. Listen, I love me some Fox Farm. You guys know I dig them quite a bit. And this is probably, probably one of the more interesting. Let me rewind that. Probably the most acidic beer I think I've had from these guys. Maybe one was like this too. But this is probably one of the more bolder acidic beers that I've had from these guys. Now, full disclosure, this is relatively large on my preferred acidic scale. I know people that would find it, drink this and be like, this is not even acidic at all. It's just how I like it. Like, you put this up against, a side project. You're just like, yeah, is this even sour? It's like that kind of thing going on. But it was a really fun beer to do and really fun to work through. I said Belgian Gold. What did I say? Belgian or Golden Sour Ale, Asian Oak, 6.8%. It's a Photo Age Wood Farmhouse Ale, beer to guard at 6.5. So I'm 100%, 100. Okay with what I said. The only thing I kind of missed on was the age, and really why I went on the age side of things with this one is because it was relatively quite deliciously rounded, and the acidity that it did have, I was assuming came with age. It was a kind of beer where I didn't think it was all that acidic at the beginning, but it kind of just grew with a bit of age. That's why I went with a little bit of an aged beer at the end there. But yeah, very fun stuff. Thank you very much for sending this off, Jerome. Very cool. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better Photo Wood aged farmhouse? One of the better farmhouse ales I've had as late? Actually, no. Because I don't really classify. Sure, is it brewed at a farmhouse? It's farmhouse ale, semantics, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about. Is it one of the better sour beers I've had as late? We flipped the script to that. Yeah, it is. Is it Mount Rushmore status? No. Is it one of the better beer to guards I've had as late? Yes, that might actually get into Rushmore status. A lot of the beer to guards that I've had over the past year or so, because not like I had a ton of them, have been, just really aggressive in one point or very, very neutral in another. And this is kind of footing the bill. Granted, I like my beer to guards to be a little bit fruity, but this is damn tasty. Value and availability on this, no idea. It's Fox Farms. Jerome, let me know what you paid for this and leave you with if you like what. Well, you like this beer. If you like tart acidic beer without being overly aggressive from a brewery who likes to do good things, you'll like this beer. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive, if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Fox Farm right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.